Hello everyone, hi, welcome to Rita's Intuition. Today I'm going to be doing a spread for the week of 29th of June to the 5th of July for the zodiac sign of Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I've already blessed the deck and I'll start with the Romance Angels card. So I'll do a 9-card spread for the week of the 29th of June to the 5th of July. I'll get some supporting cards from the Romance Angels and Kipper deck and star signs in order to give us some insight of what and who may be involved in this week ahead. I'd like to welcome you to the channel. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it's not your story, then please leave it. Don't make it fit. And please feel free to switch the roles as you see fit. You can get 3 cards. Thank you, angels and spirit guides. You can get 3 cards from the Romance Angels to give us some insight of any relationships or love matters that may be relevant this week. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, the 29th of June to the 5th of July 2020. Please and thank you. Oh, it's too much, way too much. Very soon. So at the bottom of the deck, you've got true love there. You've got true love. You've got free yourself. So true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Brilliant. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes now. Yes, I think you've got to, free yourself. Take control of your life. Clearly decide what you want so it comes now, because it's coming very soon. It'll be true love. I'm going to get a few messages from the Kipper deck. So if there's anything to do with relationships that come up in the spread, then them 4 cards may be relevant. And it's all based on true love. Possibly, this is a romance of a lifetime. So you'll be entering into something soon, new Leos, that will be that will develop as true love. First, you need to free yourself. It's coming very soon. You need to enjoy each other. That's what the cards are saying. Angels and spirit guides, can you give me any messages from the Kipper deck that may be relevant for the Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? The week commencing the 29th of June 2020 to the 5th of July. Anything that we have in the Kipper deck that's relevant to Leos, if you can give me 3 cards, please and thank you. Thank you. 3 cards for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please and thank you. Two more cards, please. Oh. So you've got official person, bad health, message of concern, a mature woman. which may be relevant. So there may be a message coming from, there may be a message of concern coming from an official person about the bad health of a mature woman. Hopefully not. Right, so what I'm going to do now is get some, this is a very small deck to shuffle, but get some clarification on any star signs that may be relevant in this week's spread. Right, so if there's any star signs that may be relevant to this week's Leo spread, 29th of June to the 30th to the 5th of July, please and thank you, angels and spirit guides. Any more? Oh look, Leo itself came out, so you might be dealing with another Leo this week. Pisces at the bottom of the deck. You've got Aquarius, Libra and Sagittarius. So them star signs may be relevant in your week ahead. So for those that view tarot readings often, obviously look out for the cards when you see relevant cards that match them star signs. I will bring it up where I see it come up also. So I'm going to do a 9-card spread with the Psychic Tarot. I'm then going to actually let me not. Yeah, I'm going to do a 9-card spread with the Psychic Tarot. Then going to get a supporting card for each card, and then I'll move on to some more clarifiers where necessary. Angels and Spirit Guides, what can you see ahead for Leos from the 29th of June to the 5th of July 2020? Please and thank you. Right, can I get 9 cards? Oh, that's too many. And clear messages, please. too many. That's too many. Just one more final card, please, angels and spirit guides. Oh, they're all trying to jump out. Now there's still another 2. Just one, recognition and reward, okay? The bottom of the deck is deception and envy. Deception and envy card is similar to the what I'll do is, as I'm going through these psychic tarot oracle cards, I will tell you what they would be if they were in the original deck, the original tarot deck. So deception and envy, which is the overall energy of the deck, would be seven of swords, which is obviously a deceitful card. So there's some sort of deceit going on, something going on. Obviously, hopefully it's not a link to the official person and messages of concern. But what we've got first of all is the throat chakra. That's not in the original deck. So that the throat chakra is what it says, the throat chakra. That's more about speaking your truth, speaking from the depths of your being, speaking, coming from internal speech and actually opening up. I know that sometimes I am a Leo by sign, so sometimes we do find it easy to actually express ourselves, but sometimes when it's something that's deep and obviously maybe deceptive, or something that's actually hit home, it may be more difficult for us to speak from the depth of our heart, because obviously we can be forgiving people and we are mindful of how others feel at the time we're still involved with them. So speaking your truth, speaking up for yourself when it matters is what I'm getting from that card. And then you've got the trapped in fear card. The trapped in fear card will be the 8 of swords. That's about putting yourself in a self-imposed imprisonment, like trapping yourself, not allowing yourself to be free, being blocked in the mind, being blocked, feeling blocked, feeling imprisoned, really. And I think that might tie into the romance angel card of free yourself. It talks about freeing yourself, like letting yourself free. We then move on to patience and planning, which will be the 7 of Pentacles. So it's about reviewing where you're at, reviewing what you've got, reviewing what seed you've already planted and where it's heading. And that could be in order to move forward, or it could be in order to just basically review where you're at to see how well you've done in order to move forward, especially after being in a trapped in fear position. And in terms of deception and envy, being the overall energy of the card, hopefully it's not saying that you're comparing yourself, you're not envious of another, or you're not comparing yourself, or maybe someone's envious of you, but hopefully you're not looking at yourself and not planning something and not reviewing what you've got in a comparison way, because obviously we should never do that. That's not something that we should do. Then we've got partnerships and alliances. That would be the 3 of Wands. So basically moving in, joining forces with someone, going on a new adventure, a new journey, which is a good card after patience and planning and after being trapped in fear. It's about working well with someone, working together with someone, going into new partnerships and alliances, or partnerships and alliances that you've actually previously been in. So you might be patience and planning, but reviewing your partnerships and alliances. Then you've got the power card, which would be the strength card in the original tarot. And that's about stepping into your strength. That's about knowing when to be strong and when to just be your natural 3D self, or step into your power. You've then got material harvest. That's the 9 of Pentacles. So it's about being in your power. So this appears to be for the single ones, or ones that have come out of a relationship recently. Because it says free yourself. So it's about possibly freeing and letting go of any energies in the past that was deceptive. So it might be the fact that you're not talking, you're not expressing yourself. based on a past hurt and about being trapped in fear of moving forward is what I'm getting. I think you want to move forward. I think you're looking for true love and you're hoping it does come very soon. But that deception and envy that you may have gone on in your recent past is what got you trapped in fear. So I think you're looking back at everything, considering new partnerships, considering going into new partnership, new adventures, and you're finding your strength. You're finding your strength to be in your material harvest. Now, your material harvest would be the Nine of Pentacles. Is a single person that's able to take care of themselves financially. Yeah, and they're just enjoying it. They could be a parent, but they're enjoying that single life and that single abundance. That's not to say they don't want to get to the Ten of Pentacles where they're sharing that abundance with another, but they're quite comfortable in what they've got. They've got everything that they need, and they're happy for it. So if you're finding your strength to be alone, and obviously I think that's where it comes very soon. You go into solitude. So the solitude is the Hermit card, and that's about going within, but not in the same way as being trapped in fear. It's about looking at everything from a different perspective, looking at everything from a strength perspective, looking at everything, working. I think you're going to go into a period where you're working out what actually happened. I think you're in the position where you've moved forward from it. So you're getting to the stage where you're freeing yourself and you've moved forward. And as a last piece of that, I think this week, you're going to be able to review the last things that you may have missed. And not in a negative way where you're sad about it and things like that. I think you've already gone through that stage of being sad. But it's about finding the positives in being you again. You've just come from your material harvest stage where you're actually enjoying the single life again. So you're looking back at it from a different stage. In what I'm getting from that is looking back in order to move forward. So you're not looking back in sadness, in grief. You're looking back in order to know what you don't want in the next stage, or what you can bring forward to the next stage. So it's not always looking at what's wrong, it's also looking at what's right. Then you've got emotional withdrawal, and that's about pulling away. But the thing about the emotional withdrawal card is the Eight of Cups in the original tarot. And the important thing about the emotional withdrawal is that you're leaving the cups behind. So you're not taking the cups on the journey with you. You're not taking the pain on the journey. It's like, yes, you're accepting. I think in this solitude period, you've accepted what's happened, and you've been in a position where you're now allowing yourself to move forward. You're saying at this solitude time, you're getting into that position where you're saying, yes, that happened and it hurt. And yes, it was deceptive, but guess what? That was that in the past. And maybe this and this can change that in the future. So not change it with the original person, or sometimes change it with the original person if it was a particular person that caused all this deception and this envy. But it's about moving forward and saying, yeah, that happened. I'm going to leave it there. I've still got a life ahead of me. And that's where the emotional withdrawal comes. You're sitting at the beach, sitting on the sand. He's saying goodbye to it, saying goodbye to the emotional pain and the deception and the envy, and therefore you move into recognition and reward. This is the Three of Pentacles, so this is sort of like the partnership and alliance card in this deck. You think it was the other way around, but yeah, this is the Three of Pentacles. It's about being recognized. So I think after all of this and what you've been through, you're going to be in a position where you're recognized for your strength. You're recognized, you're going to be rewarded for overcoming everything that you overcame. So you're gonna find the answer. You're gonna find the answer to the lesson. And I know that sounds really bad, but you're gonna find the answer. But yeah. I'm going to get some supporting cards. And this can also relate to work for some. It could also relate to work. I'm picking up for the most of you that it'd be a love connection. Is that final release from previous pain is what I'm getting for the majority. But for some it could be in relation to work. Alright, can I get a supporting card? Oh, alright, okay. Supporting card for throat chakra, and out came the deception card. So that's interesting because the deception card is the overall energy of the deck, and the first card out over throat chakra is the deceptive card, the Seven of Swords. So I think, yes, you're going to speak up about some deception. I don't think when I say you're going to speak up, I don't think you're going to speak up to say you've been deceptive. I think you're going to speak up. You're going to have the opportunity this week to free yourself, in the sense that you speak up about your feelings about the deception. So I feel someone was deceptive to you, and you need to open your throat chakra to basically let it out, to just finally release it. Obviously release it in the most appropriate way. But you've got the Queen of Swords there. And she's very good at talking. She's very good at cutting through the truth and speaking her truth and taking other people's feelings into consideration at the same time. And I mean, even if it is someone deceptive, there's always still a way to talk to people. So to not lower your vibration to theirs. Yeah, so yeah, you're going to have an opportunity this week to basically clear your throat, to free yourself. I think that's why you're trapped in fear. I think it's about you're still holding on. And I think that's where the solitude comes in later, is where you're finally just reviewing the last bits and releasing. But I think this is the week where you're going to release it and move forward. So it's going to be a transition week. You're going to transition into the new month with letting go of the past pain. So it's actually a really good reading in that sense. But yeah, you're going to speak your truth. You're going to find your inner voice to let out how you felt. I think you've had a feeling, you've probably let it out numerous of times as it's going on, or for some it might just have been one occasion. But you're actually going to finally say your truth, and not your truth in order to change things. So there's a different type of truth. There's sometimes saying what you feel in order to rectify the situation. And there's other times saying what you feel, just say what you feel with no expectation of any changes afterwards. And I think that's where you're at this point. It's about trying to get out of that position of being trapped in fear, because trapped in fear might not necessarily be in that situation. It might be your next situation. You're going to always be trapped in fear moving forward because of what happened. And there might be a lack of understanding, or a lack of the fact that you actually gave yourself a voice and cared about your feelings. I think it's about caring about your feelings, being truthful to the deceit, or someone being truthful. So it could be someone else's throat chakra, but the truth is out. The truth is out about the deceit. So if you think that the truth is already here, for some it might be, but for others there may be more to the truth, is what I'm getting from this. And it will help you move forward. Can I have a supporting card for Trapped in Fear, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, 29th of June to the 5th of July. Supporting card for Trapped in Fear, please. Please and thank you. You've got the emotional withdrawal, 8 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. So I think it is a situation where either love or career can be both, where you're trapped in fear. Even after deception, you're trapped in fear about moving away, because there's going to be some imbalance in a stable home environment if you do. So for those that are leaving a relationship, it's gonna bring it down to one party. There you go, one person. 9 of Pentacles. And for those of you with career, your finances may affect your family. But yeah, so it's about moving forward. So you're trapped in fear about actually letting go. It's about freeing yourself. That's correct, freeing yourself. You're trapped in fear about freeing yourself. Now the deception, I'm thinking the deception also could be a part of the message of concern that we're hearing about. Yeah, and if it's a karmic, if it's karmic, then someone may be in bad health because of it. But we'll see. Can I get a supporting card for patience and planning, please, and thank you. Supporting card for patience and planning, please, and thank you. For 29th of... Ooh. King of Swords. So it's the Truth card again. Patience and rejection. Rejecting an offer. So as I said, patience and planning could be about reviewing what happened and what went on. And this could be you reviewing and looking back at seeds that were planted and reviewing. And working out why someone didn't accept your love offer. And what was, because the deception's coming out. So you're knowing why someone didn't accept your love offer. Or it could be someone planning to make you a new offer. It could be this person that's walked away, that you've walked away from, that you're planning to walk away from, trying to give you more offers, is what I'm getting. But I think you're patiently planning on how to get away because you know the truth. Or this person's going to come with the truth, with a little offer of love. So there's one cup there, there's 3 still here. This person may come in with the truth. You had the Queen of Swords before, now you've got the King of Swords. So now that you've been in your truth and you've said what you've had to say, and you are still trapped in fear about walking away, or someone else may be trapped in fear about you walking away, and because of that they're patiently planning. So the truths come out about deception, and you've said what you needed to say. Someone's trapped in fear about you walking away. I think you're trapped in fear also, but someone else is trapped in fear, and they're patiently planning on how they can make a new offer, but they're fearing rejection. Or you're looking back and reviewing what seeds you planted in that relationship and working out why you was rejected, or planning on rejecting that person if they come back in. Please take it. I've said multiple stories there, so please take it as it resonates. Please, thank you. Can I get a supporting card for patience, partnerships and alliances, please? Supporting card for partnerships and alliances. Please tell me more. Give me clear messages. Tell me more. Oh, wow. So victory is at the bottom of the deck, but out's flown. The heartbreak card, the 3 of Swords and the Tower. So this is about, as I said, partnership and alliance is about building an alliance and going on a new journey. And for some, that partnership and alliance might come from this new person that's planning to give you an offer. So some of you may see the return of the ex, is what I'm getting, where they've recognised what you went through because they're going through it too now that you've walked away. For some that's walked away already, and yeah, they want to change that tower and build an alliance, is what I'm getting, after deception. Or for others, a new journey that you was planning on going. You was offering someone your love. You're trapped in fear about someone walking away from you. You're planning how to offer someone your love and go into a fresh new journey in a partnership with them. But the Tower moment comes where you realise there's deception and you're heartbroken. I'm getting the first way more that it's already known at this stage. I think if there's more truth to come out, then that may be part of the Tower moment where you're further heartbroken. But yeah, there may be more truth to come out. But I don't think this is brand new truth. So for those of you that's already got something going on, then I think that you may find out more, or this may be as a result of that's gone on. Sorry. Can I have a supporting card for the Power, please? Thank you. Supporting card for the Power, please, and thank you. Oh, the Devil. So maybe there is more truth, but you've got to have your power. You've got to be in your strength to overcome that. You've got to be in your strength to free yourself from this person, from this situation. And you've got the Two of Swords behind at the bottom of the deck. So I think that you're a bit stuck in how to do so. You're a bit stuck in how to do so. So I think at this stage, I think for some, you're already at that Nine of Pentacles stage where you're single, but where this new deception's come in again, or this new deceptive person's trying to make another effort, it's going to sort of throw you off a little bit, I think. But you're going to stay in your power to overcome this devil energy. But you're not going to know how to finally get rid, is what I'm getting. So can I get supporting card for Material Harvest? Supporting card for Material Harvest, please and thank you. Victory. So yeah, I think that you're going to stay in your power. You're going to stay in your strength. You're actually going to release. You're going to release. Look, the truth. You've got the truth. It's all you need. You stood in your power. You've overcome the devil energy because you're in your truth. Now we've had 3 truth cards. We've had the Queen of Swords come up at the beginning where the deception came out. You're just going to speak from your throat. And then you've had the King of Swords come out twice as the overall energy at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, you're going to have the strength to overcome that devil energy, and you're going to stay in your material harvest, and you're going to have victory. You're going to have victory. Can I get a supporting card for Solitude, please, and thank you. Supporting card for Solitude. Oh, Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And the card that has fallen is the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, the card that's fallen is the Knight of Pentacles. So it's a slow moving. So you've gone into hermit mode, or you're in your energy, but what I'm getting is that you're enjoying this. So you're happy to be in your material harvest. You're happy to be in your Nine of Pentacles. It's victory for you because you've overcome that deception. You've overcome it. And where you was trapped in fear about leaving it behind before, now you're in a position where you're slowly ready to make new beginnings and move on. And I think what it's also saying is there is a Knight of Pentacles out there. While you're in solitude, enjoying. Look, this come up twice next to each other. Material harvest, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the victory. While you're in solitude, enjoying your material harvest and your Nine of Pentacles single life, there's a knight that's coming towards you slowly. And I think that's why they're saying very soon. They're coming through very soon. Or that might be the knight that's in solitude, thinking of a way to come forward because they've seen that you've successfully let go of the past. But yeah, you're in your Nine of Pentacles energy. So I think, yeah, you're actually in a position where you're moving into the new month in a happy, comfortable environment, letting go of that past. Can I get a supporting card for emotional withdrawal, please, and thank you. Ooh. Oh, wow. That shouldn't be there, should it? So the communication card there, some communication. But what's interesting is that emotional withdrawal is supported by trapped in fear. So what I'm getting there is you're no longer trapped in fear. After what you've been through, you're no longer trapped in fear, and you've been able to emotionally withdraw. And the interesting thing, this is why spirits are fantastic, is these are the same two cards that clarified each other before. But before, your energy was trapped in fear, and you was trapped in fear about leaving. You're trapped in fear about the emotional withdrawal. So these cards have swapped now, and now you're in the position that moving into July where you're emotionally withdrawn and you're not trapped in fear. So you've emotionally withdrawn from that self-imposed imprisonment. And that's when the spirits are really talking to you. You're moving forward in a new passionate beginning. You're moving forward, you're happy. You've already obtained victory. And victory has also been that you're not trapped in fear, worried about emotionally withdrawing anymore. You've emotionally withdrawn from that fearful position. You freed yourself. You freed yourself. Can I get a supporting card for recognition and rewards, please? Supporting card for recognition. Oh wow. So the power cards come back up, the strength. So when you're moving into the new month beautifully, I can tell you that, Leos, is that you're moving into the card as yourself. You enter that new month. So you, by stepping out and emotionally withdrawing from that situation, you're back in your Leo energy. You're back in your Leo energy. You had your Leo energy over here being the power card and being strong enough to overcome that devil. But this shows you're back in your Leo energy, moving into the new month. You've actually said goodbye to the past. You've left it. You're not trapped in fear anymore. You're moving into the future with new energy. And the clarification of recognition and reward is the Ace of Pentacles. So it's a fresh, stable, new beginning. Possibly this Knight of Pentacles might come in, but this is even if you're still on your own, you're going to have a fresh, not on your own, that sounds a bit, but you're going to have a fresh new beginning. A fresh, stable, new beginning in your strength. You're in your strength. And this fresh new beginning is recognition and reward for getting to where you've been and going through what you've gone through and overcoming it and coming out of the end strong. So literally be proud of yourself. It's been a tough journey, but be proud of yourself. So I'm going to get a bit more clarification because that was more supporting than clarification. The bottom of the deck was Victory card and the Four of Cups. The two cards that's already on there as well. Trying to keep it as general as possible because obviously it's not a personal reading, so there's many different outcomes, so that's why I'm keeping it as general as possible. I'm not going into specifics of what it could be. And Angel and Spirit, please give me clarification on the Seven of Swords, please. Please give me clarification on the Seven of Swords. Walking away. Moving on, walking away. Why is the Seven of Swords there? Spiritual. So you've had some enlightenment. You've had some enlightenment, and whether that's through the cards or reading tarot, or whether that's your own internal intuition, you've had some enlightenment about the deception, and you're in your power now. You're loving yourself again. You're believing in yourself, and that's probably what helps you open up your throat chakra and move away from the deceit. So can I get some clarification on trapped in fear and the Eight of Cups? Why I'm trapped in fear? spirits, please. The truth. The truth, and the bottom of the deck's the Four of Wands and the Three of Cups. So you're trapped in fear about the truth that's come out, or about the truth, because you know you need to walk away, and that's obviously difficult because that breaks up a family and unit, or that breaks up what you've seen as happiness, and what you've seen as celebration. Or maybe this is the reason you're walking away. The three party. I don't know. Can I for some of you, can I get some clarification on patience and planning? Ooh. King of Pentacles. So if you're patiently planning for your King of Pentacles and you're rejecting this love for it, you're rejecting that love. But if I remember clearly, that the Ten of Pentacles came up around the same positions. So maybe this was a King of Pentacles. Like maybe there's some sort of income, but you're still walking away from it, and you're gonna get your income on your own, which is why the Nine of Pentacles is coming up. Can I get some clarification on partnerships and alliances? The Three of Swords and the Tower. Oh. No, that's way too many cards. Wish fulfillment's there though. The bottom of the deck, that's way too many. It's about 6 cards. So we've got the King of Cups. The bottom of the deck's wish fulfillment. So it's about patience and planning, rejecting possibly this King of Pentacles cup. Not that any, maybe it's just a business owner, someone that's wealthy, because none of them cards have come out in the star signs that possibly could be. However, yeah, you're rejecting that, and you're moving forward, and a new partnership and alliances come from the heartbreak, a tower moment. Sometimes tower moments can be good, and a new partnership and alliance is being drawn out of it. I think you've used your intuition. So as I said, the judgment up here is that something came to light for you. You came into the higher being, a knowing, and that shows in the High Priestess card. So you had it into your intuition came up, and it highlighted there was a hidden truth, and that turned out to be the deception. So you've left someone out in the cold, and now you've received some communication about a King of Cups that wants to join forces in a partnership with you. And now this could be a work partnership to begin with. It could be a work partnership, is what I'm getting. It could be a work partnership, but it's still the beginning of something. This person is a Cups energy, so it could be the Pisces or any other water sign, but this person is going to communicate with you. So you're going to have new communications. After finding out the truth, being in your power, leaving someone out in the cold, you're going to get some communication and some love, offer of love. And it's going to be wish fulfillment. So I would have said the past person, but I don't think the past person is wish fulfillment. For some of you, it may be. But if it is the past person for you, then just be mindful of the previous deceit. I'm not saying think of it all the time, but be mindful and make sure you heal properly from the previous deceit if you do decide to go back to a past person. So can I have some clarification on power and the devil, please? Ooh. Yeah, so the past person offering love is the power, is the devil card. Let's come up. The tower. The tower's come up again. So you possibly know that this devil energy is going to create more towers if you go back to them. So you're going to stay on your own and have victory on your own, and wait for that new love that's coming very soon. That you might already be at this state, at a very soon stage, going into a partnership with anyway, but probably not a loved one at that stage. So can I get? No, I've not asked. Can I get some clarification on material harvest and the Six of Wands? Some clarification on material harvest and the Six of Wands, please. He's been desperate to come out. He's been desperate to come out. This King of Swords has been at the bottom of the deck loads of times. So being within your truth and sticking to your truth and knowing the truth, which I think has come out now clearly, you've changed your thoughts. You've turned the wheels. The tables have turned, and you're ready to actually finally let go and move into your victory with no more pain behind you, which is why when you go into emotional withdrawal, you're able to leave the cups behind. And there's an Emperor. So I think obviously the person that you may be going into a partnership with, you're identifying them as an Emperor. And for others, this person that you're going into a partnership with, walking away from that devil energy past, that person may be a King of Swords, someone that always speaks the truth. Whether it's the nice truth, or I don't think they're horrible with the truth, but they always speak the truth. You know where you stand. And that is a big change for you. That's like the tables turning. That's like the wheel turning. You've not experienced that level of truth before, where you can feel comfortable and know what you're doing. You're seeing this person. This person's an Emperor. This person's an Emperor. And you're feeling a sense of victory. Just knowing where you stand, you're feeling a sense of victory. And you're reviewing it. You're going into hermit mode and looking back and reviewing it. And you're able to compare what you're naturally getting now from someone you're not actually with. And compare it to, not in an unhealthy way, but compare it to what you was actually getting. And then you'll see that this ending was a good thing. Right, can I get supporting cards for, clarification cards for Solitude and Knight of Pentacles? Emperor's back at the bottom of the deck. Sorry, something just kept telling me to keep on going. Right, so you've got the Ten of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Death and Rebirth. And I think that's what the Hermit mode is about. It's about putting down them burdens finally. You've met this new person. This person's the person of the truth. You can tell the Emperor energy. They once again come up as the Emperor on this part of the read. And you're putting your burdens down. You're no longer looking at the past. So the past was a burden. You've been looking at it. You have been looking back. Even though you've got happy and you've had the power and the strength, you've finally gone into solitude because you know within yourself that you're feeling great, feeling victorious, and you have a truthful being around you. And there's a death and rebirth. And then there's a slow moving energy towards you from this Emperor that you possibly could be in a financial partnership with at that time. And based on being in that position and having that rebirth, you're finally able to emotionally withdraw and no longer be trapped in fear because you're feeling victorious. Can I get some clarification for emotional withdrawal? The Eight of Swords. Emotional withdrawal on the Eight of Swords. Emotional withdrawal, 8 of Swords. Any more, please? Any more? Right. Yeah, the energy of being trapped in fear. So you was trapped in fear, but you're holding on. You're holding on to what you've got and you're moving forward. Because you've been trapped in fear, you've not been able to, but you're emotionally withdrawing from that now. That energy is the overall energy of this part. And now you've managed, with the emotional withdrawal, you've managed to get rid of that overall energy. You're holding on to what you've got and moving forward. You're protecting yourself and moving forward. Yeah, the Star card. This deceit at the bottom, yeah. You're keeping yourself away from that deceitful energy. Right, recognition and reward. Any clarification for recognition and reward? Okay, that was a bit too many. But I'm going to keep it. The Hanged Man. So recognition and reward and the Hanged Man. So you're going to be still at this point after fully emotionally withdrawing. You're going to be quite still. But I think the reason you're still is because you've got the 7 of Pentacles there. So you're looking at the seeds that you've planted. You're looking at where you've come. You looked at this, had the 7 of Pentacles up at the top row before. And now you're here again re-reviewing where you're at and where you've come. And you're watching these seeds grow now. And it's all based on this. You've got the 2 of Pentacles and you've got the Temperance. And it's both balancing cards. You've got into a position where you've balanced yourself emotionally. You've balanced yourself internally. You know who you are. You know where you're coming from. You've freed yourself. You've freed yourself and you're not punishing yourself either. So I think you're at that stage where you've forgiven yourself. Because a lot of us talk about forgiving. But I think what we forget to say is about the forgiveness to ourselves. I know that for many you can say, oh yeah, I do forgive, so I don't know why I'm trapped in that energy. You may not have forgiven yourself. And I think at this stage, with this recognition and reward, you're recognizing yourself. You're giving yourself a new beginning. I think you already might have a financial beginning coming through, or someone else might be giving it to you, but it's coming because you're forgiving yourself. You're accepting that you are a person that you trust in people, you believe in people. But you're finding that balance and you're finding that understanding. And you're finding that it's okay. You just need to forgive yourself. And you're looking back and seeing how far you've come, and you're happy about that, and you're in the Hanged Man energy, just reviewing it all, reviewing how far you've come. I feel like I should get a clarification. What's this official person, message of concern, bad health, and mature woman? These angels and spirit guides. Okay, that's a bit too many cards. That's too many. Maybe a family thing, but there's some sort of protection there. There's some sort of you protecting yourself, or you feeling the need to protect yourself when you hear this. So be mindful of that. I don't think it's fully connected to the reading in that sense, but it might be something that's going on behind the scenes for you. But yeah, so yeah. And it might have something to do with family. That message of concern. So yes, just be mindful of that. Thank you.